Okay, hello, welcome to part 7. This is going to be a bit of a shorter part, but it's also going to be a fairly special part, hopefully, because we're going to be touring my Java edition um, world from way back. Touring it again, because I think I've done it before, but it'd be interesting to like tour it now. Like, it's been like a year or two since I last looked at it. Um, Also, now that I have like the new format and everything, it's kind of might be neat. And it's also live, so I could hopefully all with the renewed popularity of Minecraft, I might get people coming in to like comment on it or something. Um, I was looking to like show um, some of the things I can do when I'm in creative mode. Um, Although some of it is like me replicating builds that other people have done. Some of it is just like literally like pasted in there. Some of it is like a build done by someone else, but I like modified it and added to it. Um, so I believe I've given credit where credit is due, in the form of signs and such. But yeah, it's a mixed bag of different faces. Hopefully, this will I go ahead and close some windows. Hopefully, that will like because Java seems to be also, this will like show what it looks like without Optifine. I think in previous times I've used Optifine. I'll see if I can get this into full screen mode. Let's see here. There you go. This must be the um. I'm pretty sure this is the yep. Okay, so this is where I got my This is my original amphitheater. Not nearly as it's a bit wider in general. Um, I mean, actually, I think it's the exact same width, but because of the way that yeah, like the way the stage is like formatted originally. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, there's some down there, and there's some like over in front. Um, but this is actually like this uses command blocks, which is my most recent edition actually. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear my inventory here. So let's see if I could use a no, I can't use an Xbox One controller for the Java edition. Kind of a shame. I don't know, maybe it's like something in the way it's coded or overshot. Okay, so at least there's not too much lag that I can't but anyway, yeah, I have some command blocks set up with like redstone blocks to basically turn things on and off from a control room. Um, and it's really a lot of stuff. So right now we have the chaser lights, which I demonstrated before in my actually constructed in my main build. But yeah, so we have different things here. So yeah, this is the vertical chasers. And turn them off here. Them on. We have the ground chasers, which I believe are these things. Yep. I have those like going like kind of outward. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's both sides, probably. Um, so we have um, the ceiling chaser lights, which I can't really see from here because they're on the ceiling. Um, let's see here. Oh, and there's a you can open the door in the back from here. Wait, that's not that's up there. This is the oh yeah, this is the pyro up there, and I believe I can. I just like reset it. I think. Then we have the sprinklers. Just turn it off. There you go. You have to like do it kind of weird for this because of the way that it works, but I believe the student chasers that's the door. There you go. That door's open. Then we have um so we have ceiling chaser lights, which if I turn off the ground chasers and the vertical chasers, you can probably see. You can see the effect. But I can also with the different thing. I think I could do it both. Yeah, it turns on house lights, which actually I think it's both the bottom and the it's like static house lights. Okay, so let's turn the ceiling chasers off, then the static house lights. Yeah. I think the way it's actually kind of interesting. So that includes both this and this. I'm not sure how exactly I wired it up to do that, but that's actually kind of cool. Doesn't include the vertical lights, but I that would probably be difficult. We have a fireworks display. We can area. It's basically back here. Use a bunch of like I think that's about everything. Let's go ahead and close that too. And it has some text amplitude amplifier. You have this like glowing little backdrop. Of course, I've already shown what these look like, more or less. This is see that's what kind of goes up to the. And a lot of these things are like labeled. I removed the block because I was actually confused by the when I came here to like look at like how um I was trying to look at like how I did things, I guess. Um, I was like, anyway, like where are all the switches? And I remember, oh yeah, I created a controller using command blocks. Basically, what the command blocks do is they control these redstone blocks. While the redstone blocks are there, it everything is shut off. But when I move the redstone block, it at least I think that's how it works. Like the redstone blocks basically just like yeah, it shuts the power off for the clock, and then once like it's basically powered with like an inverter type of a setup, I think. So when it's gone, it's not inverted, and it the rest of the lamp goes on, creates a clock that um, although I think for a static one, it actually isn't a clock. Um, I still have like some of the labels on some of these anyway. Uh, then there's pyro chasers and the sprinkler chasers. I think right now that there isn't anything for sprinkler chasers, but I think the redstone thing needs to be there. It goes up here and here, so there's the opposite. Basically, it's yeah. This powers the a bunch of dispensers with fire charges to light them up, and then I have dispensers um, with water buckets up up here, and you know we're using a sort of so that's gonna remind me if I ever do like a chaser light setup, but it's basically fairly straightforward. Um, I believe these are just like literally on top of the lights. Um, there's all of this stuff. I think most, I'm pretty sure all of these are my designs, especially the vertical lights. Like that was, because I was trying to find tutorials for like, I bet there's one that I found that was like just really complicated, and I don't think I was ever really able to make it work properly. Um, I can't really run them flying. I could do that in the PC version, I think. But here's the ground one, the ground chasers. I think that might be the. This probably is. Yeah, this is for static ground lights. I think I decided to make this the static lights into like one circuit. Um, I think they're just all connected through the same. Anyway, these are the randomizers. Um, you have this variety of different blocks, and some of them um, will send out a pulse. Some of them won't. I think it's how is generally how it works. Um, just have different fireworks rockets. And you just have the item hopper that sends it all back in a loop, basically. Um, this I don't know what this design is. They put a credit in there. It's probably, it might even be um no idea whether or not I had a, or I even fought to do a credit for design of the here's like sort of the ticket office and concession stands underneath. It's possible I might try and do something like this um, for my new amphitheater, but I can't make any guarantees really. Almost certainly won't be able to do anything with like command blocks because that's a cheat item. Um, anyway, this is the area where I had a demonstration set up for how to build the vertical tracer lights. I don't know if I've ever actually filmed that video or posted it. I just gave up on the whole thing. I'm not sure if I want to waste time here actually. Yeah, probably not. It's probably gonna take too long. I just imagine that filled in with grass. And I have my Mega Maze. This is actually kind of interesting as well. There's sort of a puzzle here. If I ever do a server, that's probably one of the things I definitely want to copy. But yeah, this is a huge maze, definitely built in creative, but yeah, with a gigantic tower stretching I think all the way up to the top of the world. This is entirely my design, by the way. There's elements to the design that I think you couldn't even like see without flying, like this right here. Boy, there's like this is actually an end portal. Basically the idea is you have to get to each of the four corners, and there is like a series of like redstone blocks, or and like pistons and such that like block a signal that will open this door. I'm not gonna like really show it because I don't know. I could potentially show what I think. I mean, you could. That also would show you how to cheat, but there we go. I have to get stone there too. Okay. So, huh? Yeah. It's like blocks. They're all tied to pistons, which block the signal. I think one of them's already actually activated. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this like building design. Um, I can't remember. I think the maze design I found somewhere, maybe. But anyway, I think this one's actually this is the one I think is activated. Anyway, you have to go to each of these four corners. You have don't really have any items in there yet, right now, but go to each of these trees, climb up. Then um, do the lock releases. So that added the block back in there. You release the lock, and then basically it is a multiplayer component. Um, um, to help with like a multiplayer um, element. Basically, all of it's wired up so that when it's on, it turns on these things on the top. So like, you'll from almost anywhere on the map, you can see like, okay. I mean, you can also like use like chat, but you can be like, oh, okay, that one's active. Someone's activated that one, so I'll go to like this one. It's like know which ones are already activated, and then probably just cheat and go all the way to the top. But we've also, I guess you might see that in chat too or whatever, which would also be helpful because like would even if people like say, okay, I've conquered the Drunkle Tower, um, you get the message and then you like like look at each of the towers and be like, okay, well I don't have to worry about that one now. Like you may have already been heading toward it, and okay, now I got reverse direction and go to the birch, the birch tower. And I think I also like customize this so um each section is its own biome. I use that in MC Edit. Um, we're just taking the long way. You could like break in and shoot to the top, but where would be the fun in that? For to make everyone dizzy by climbing up and down these spiral stairs. I don't know. I'll put dash features in here. I mean, dash features here when I'm walking, but I don't think the ability to fly and dash is enabled. Another idea that just occurred to me would be to maybe have like another like something that will be like wired to everything. I guess that would um light up some redstone lamps around here so people like know, okay, all of them have been activated. It'd be cool if I could like do like I don't know, a divine beast effect or something. I don't think you can like have like diagonal But yeah. Oh yeah, I think there'd also be like Eyes of Ender or something like scattered around, so you can actually put the end portal together. As it stands right now, it's not activated. So yeah. We also have, well, a work in progress um, transit system. Uh, I think some of these might actually have ticket booths, but this one doesn't. Uh, and you also have like street names. MC definitely helped a lot with this. We also have our city hall, which is a pretty kind of boring. This one definitely has credit on it. This is Axion Nerve. It was expanded upon by me. You have a map of the entire city up here. You can tell I like mazes. So here's our maze, our amphitheater, our city hall where we're at right now, and there's so we can only covers the uh, section of the city that we're in right now. Um, I have lots of mazes. Like I have like a circular maze, a little maze behind my mansion, um, a gigantic maze down there. It's like one, two, three, four mazes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna build a maze with my current world. I think I'm kind of over mazes. I have a little castle here. Um, this kind of reminds me of, like where everything is, and this is just town square circle. Um, this is a teleport button. Those are kind of scattered around here. To teleport to jungle biome. I believe I actually like use like MC Atlas or something like that to This could be my own design, but I don't think it is. It might be my own design. I don't know. In which case, I should have at least credited myself for designing it. It's probably something where I at least like tweaked it a bit. And you see here, we got like basically like glowstone, I think, with copper on top to make it sort of. I think in my older versions, I had like everything wired up with like daylight sensors, but then I thought, it doesn't, it's. I mean, if I was doing this in survival, it's cheaper, but it's also like just easier to do with glowstone, and it looks just as nice anyway. Um, so I guess I should just look at this quickly. Um, this is my Chrono Trigger section. And this is actually, I can confirm, but this is all my creation. Like the sprite art, I used like, those that program that allows you to like convert it and actually like make into schematics that can put into MC it. But yeah, this is like all done by me. And actually, I did it twice. I did it once on console version. I tediously replicated it and then expanded upon it a little bit in the Java edition. I don't know if blocks have gone missing or if that's just like how design is right now. It looks a little cooler if I'm using like shaders that like um, make the glass kind of glassy. But yeah, supposed to be the green screen's acting up a little bit, but not nearly as much as it was before. Um, yeah, I'm really proud of like how Lavos turned out because that was like trying to make pixelated character into like a 3D representation. I don't know if Lavos actually has a tail, but I kind of gave him one. Um, yeah, I should go inside, get a little bit of like what the game looks like. Then you have like the Lavos core. I think it might be a new edition for this particular version. This is another Axie Nerve creation. I'm not sure how much I can really show of it. Like it would take a while to actually like, go through and show every little room. And most of the rooms are just empty anyway. But like storage stuff in there. Might just kind of show maybe the first and second floor a little bit. I don't know. DJG is like my DJ gamer. Um, is my general internet handle. I tend to add basement to it. I don't think I ever actually finished the basement here. I've just added some like redstone stuff. Not sure even sure what it does. Not sure what the heck this is for. Um, This doesn't do anything. Is it meant to do anything? I don't know. It looks like it's kind of meant to do something. It just goes out. This can like basically be a refrigerator. You can store stuff, and then well, eventually there's gonna be a button that would like activate both the dropper and the door. But right now, no. Not so much. There's lots of I haven't like quite fleshed out. Like here's like must be the living room. Master bedroom. Which is actually something that he didn't like quite figure out is how to like do shower. Because it could figure out how to like make that work properly, and I was like, just put it in a block further in. I don't think there's anything else really. There's a study over that way, I think. There's another sort of entertainment room. I don't think there's much else to like really show off here. Here's a barn. This Nick, I guess. This is basically our community barn. You have like a loft here. A smaller barn. It's like our medieval area here. Nothing really in this particular barn. See if area. There's the credit. Jarecraft and CR for creative or critical role, whichever you prefer. We have a little tunnel. Freeway tunnel. Leads into a bit of a mine, I guess. forget this in survival mode just to like get a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I think that's all there is to that. This might actually be like part one of the tour. So I think this is like originally designed by Corrales. Then like some stuff was added to it by someone else who like finished it because he didn't really. Corrales didn't really finish his build, so someone else did made a schematic of it, and I pasted it in here. That's designed by Corrales, schematic by Avalade, and then I added some stuff to it, actually matriculations, after seeing videos by Shadiversity, I think. So yeah, this is basically like for like firing down arrows upon enemies. I think I only really add matriculations to these couple towers here, actually. Oh, that one. Not that one, somehow. I think I'm in the process of adding matriculations to everything. Never quite finished it. I'm sure if we can go and like show the entire interior. I think I may have created the front myself. I can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe like in its current form. I don't know. Then there's like a whole elaborate thing underground that I don't even use. Like some sort of a sorting thing, I think. Yeah, I don't even know what the heck this is. It's supposed to be an auto sorting machine, I think. I don't think it even. I don't think I've explored it this far before. Apparently there's a villager in here somewhere. There's like a. There's this which is pretty cool looking. Well, let's move on to our little docks area, which I think most of this I built myself, or well, based on other people's designs. But yeah, I added. This is Tavern and Inn designed by Kiralis. And each of the rooms are basically the same with different colors. There's this boat, which yeah, there's a credit. Jared Gaming, built and tweaked by me in creative mode. That's a whole bunch of bunks. And there's a little lighthouse here. Pretty sure someone else designed this, but could be wrong. Maybe it's a little neglectful in terms of like, giving credit. I think we're there's like this building which I made myself. I think I'm pretty sure I used MC Edit to like copy paste the levels. If there's really anything much inside it. But if people want to like sleep, like build offices in there or something like. Let's make this into like a general housing complex. It's pretty cool, like design, I guess. Then there's a little nightclub pics with our mascot on top. Has a lot of credits. Main design was JWWT4. I added all the redstone components, and of course the mascot and such. The downstairs bathrooms are based on Krause's nightclub design, with additional like elements added by me. Have like little aquarium I added. Got a turtle swimming around in there. There's just turtles right now. like some coral stuff. There's some toilets. Okay, so into the actual club. Gonna sell some tracer lines. Those were pretty sure everything redstone was added by me. Um, I think actually designed by me. I can't remember. I think the design was like I think originally like I found it somewhere, but I think I adapted it so much that it's pretty much my own at this point. I have these like amiibo statues. I don't actually own the Link amiibo, but I do own. Sorry, I borrowed this just to um, adapt it basically. Um, this is where we see behind the scenes all the redstone. If you can like figure out how this all works, like I barely remember how this all works. I'm gonna be very hard pressed to replicate it. This is like not part of the. This is like part of like what's underneath. This is like part of the bathroom. Like the bathroom lights sort of intersect a little bit, and it feels a little tricky to make sure like that none of the redstone for the lamps interferes. Um, this is just a stage that's pretty simple, but this is like really next level stuff. Um, Here's just my basic your delayed repeaters that set to 1 to 4 ticks. Watch part 6 for more information on that. Or was it part 5? It's one of those two parts. Most of the other stuff is getting the clock signal to get up to this level so that I can do the downward ones. And that's this whole design's repeated, basically mirrored on the other side. Then there's a little earthbound build here. A little meteorite and a little crater with Ness and Starman. We have our. This is something I like to build in most of my roles as Tendo Dojo, and I think this is probably my ultimate version of it, like by far. Because you can actually find like ground plans for the dojo. It's originally created in survival mode on PS4. So yeah, although I don't know if it included all the alterations I made to it, but to beat anyone in Savage Combat, use rear entrance. Okay. So yeah, like we have a bunch of lights that you can turn on and off. everywhere, which is like pretty dang impressive. I originally had like uh, combinations of because it's half a size room, so he custom his underwear, and this is like where he'd store it, but I didn't like flesh that out in this case. Here's the kitchen. Like every room has its own light switch, which, if you know anything about how redstone stuff works, how complicated redstone could get, even for like something as simple as like a redstone light, it's kind of bonkers crazy that I was able to like have redstone lamps like this. Got the koi pond. Actually, potentially put koi in there now. Um, I should quite be deep enough for that. I should maybe like show off every little light switch, but yeah, they're all functional. This is the father's room. Sound. Little closet. Another wardrobe, I guess. We have some outdoor lights here. You turn it off and on. This is the furrow or sort of bathroom. Got a washing machine. The actual bathroom proper. With a sink and Japanese style toilet. Again, functional light switch. Just have a closet over here. Closet under the stairs. You see, like, this is just like 3 blocks thick for like all the redstone. Actually, it's like in some ways more impressive. Now I could probably actually like make these into stairs. Now we have like um these upside down stairs to probably modification I make at this point. That we have like stone stairs. Have a little desk here. I hope there's anything in any of your chests. In each of the Tendo sisters' rooms. Kasumi's room. Vicky's room. Good functional light switches and everything. Can't emphasize enough how crazy it was to actually make that work. Akane's room with a little balcony area with clothesline. I'm kind of running out of time. And here's the actual like dojo. Yeah, it actually was like fairly elaborate to get this to light up. There's actually a little bit of delay. Not too much of a delay though. I think this was actually like the trickiest lighting setup to like rig, even though like there's a ton of space to do it in. Um, and then there's the storage shed, pretty simple. I don't know if there's any like roofing options that actually would be blue. Cause I think the roof is supposed to be blue. I guess I could use like dark prismarine or something. But that would be like a lot of work at this point. Especially like shaping the roof at this point was like super complicated. So our next fairly big build is that. I think that might be the last thing. Well, there's my there's like a little Stonehenge here. Then we got the Overlook Hotel maze from The Shining. Because I gotta have at least one famous maze in my. I might divide into a part two. This is like a pretty big. This is all. This over here was all done, or mostly done, in survival mode. Obviously, like this little thing was done in creative, because I'm not gonna fight a wizard just to get a laser that I'm only gonna use for aesthetic purposes, but um, or cosmetic purposes. Any credits? I think this is maybe another Keralis build, but I did it with this might be Keralis or Keralis inspired. I don't know. Actually, I think this might be mine. Yeah, actually, this is like my design. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Yeah, I do believe the car is a Keralis design now. Yeah, everything here is actually my design. So I think that the pattern might be something I found someplace. I don't know. I think these patterns I found like for a Google image search of like just wood patterns I can do. Yeah, I have a bunch of like lapis lazuli. I think I'm probably eventually gonna make in my own world. It will be a. I really like to make greenhouses. And this I had to like. I discovered I had to make like above. Because originally I had a swimming pool like on the ground, but I realized that like that would cause squids and such to spawn in it. So yeah, it's just pretty cool with shaders because you get like the lighting coming in from the for the stained glass, which is pretty cool. This I can't remember what it. Oh yeah, this is a. I believe this is like an automatic. something maker. A concrete mixer, I think, actually. My whole for making all the there's this which I believe has a secret path, which is currently there you go. Not really that secret, but can't remember what it leads to. I think it might be the it's just a mine. There's Shivering Isles, my favorite expansion pack of all time. This I believe is actually copy pasted from someone else's build. But I did a fair number of modifications to make it a little truer to the original. I think the specs were like made of diamonds originally, and I made them into iron because that's what they look like in the game. Here we go. As schematic both by Emoticone 11, from altered and expanded upon by me. This actually has its own map. They actually like added like the glowstone into the torches, I think, and because originally I think these were just made of like wool. So I changed it to glass and added the glowstone underneath, so they actually like, function as torches. Then I think I did the interior a bit more than what was there originally. But I think the center part I think was mostly the original stuff, but and like the underground area was definitely part of the original. Just going and talk. Okay, like this is stuff I did. This is stuff that I added. I believe I also added the these little connecting passages or something I added, and then I think I can't remember. I think I may have fleshed these out myself. Yeah, like opposite side of the beds. But it's supposed to be a bust of Sheogorath or something. I had probably too much stuff to go over, so I'm probably gonna just reset the steward a little bit and And I think these sprites are from the Rumble 1/2 RPG. Listen to the Red Cat Gang. That's it for World Patrons. So for our sole patrons, so for Aaron McMahon. Thank you, Aaron. Of course, you can join the ranks of Aaron. You can patron yourself for as little as $1 per month. And get access to help contribute to an eventual Minecraft server, hopefully. That may include some of the stuff that you've seen here. So please consider it. Of course, there's also a bunch of little things you can do that will help in their own small ways. Your YouTube is eventually linked in the description, including a link to our Twitch channel that you should consider following. Big guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, sayonara.